Hey, it is 10:30 in the morning, an hour later than usual, just coming off of our event on Tuesday, April 26, 2022. I'm Commissioner Vero, joined by Commissioner Banks, Commissioner Mears, and much warmer weather. Our clerk, Stacy Crawl, seeing Bart and Andy again, Ike Hickman from CAC, the Joe Jakubik, who once led our nation in scoring, is here. I mean, we are blessed by such a great shooter, right?
Shall we say that was in basketball at the University of Akron?
It was at the AK Rowdy, as we like to call it. And our county administrator, Andrew Keller, and are the Righteous Brothers on, or are they not on?
Al was on.
I know Carl was at the event, so.
So yes. I believe Al's on. We're good.
We good? All right, we're joined by Al. Carl might join in a little bit. All right, Ike, you're the star. Take it away.
Well, good morning, commissioners. Richland County, through Community Action of Erie here on Richland County, is receiving $995,000. These funds will be utilized to pay property taxes, utility assistance, homeowners insurance, flood insurance, homeowner association fees, and condominium fees. This is, like I said, through the Ohio Housing Finance Authority. Income guidelines for a single person household is $103,350. I'm working with Bart and Andy to try to pull some delinquent taxes out to see how we can move forward to keep them out of sheriff's sale. One of the stipulations is the homeowner.
Lawrence says he can't get in.
Okay.
The homeowner,
Good night. We want to make sure the media can hear every word you're saying.
Hmm. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Continue.
so OFA money, Ohio Housing Finance Authority, a single family or a single person household is $103,350, and it goes on up to 8-person household of $194,850 as an income limit. If the property has delinquent taxes, we can possibly help with that as long as the taxes are not escrowed into a mortgage. If the customer does not have a mortgage on the property and is delinquent, we could help them that way. Or if they do have a mortgage, again, the property tax could not be in escrow. So if it's not in escrow, we can assist with that property tax bill.
So I understand, but can you explain a little better detail, Bart, how you guys work with these monies?
There has been money like this before. It's been a while, quite a while actually. And what we would do at this point is we're gonna use a little technology where we're gonna go through our delinquency and put together a file and then send letters out to these folks to say there may be assistance available to you.
What's the ballpark?
It should be that time.
I mean, what's the ballpark number? I mean, you can do the mail merge, right? But
Yeah, we do a mail merge. I think there's a limit of $10,000
Per property.
per property. Well, and it has to be your home. This can't be a rental property.
Correct.
And it has to bring you current, correct?
Correct. It has to
So-
bring you current, and you have
It
to
has to
be owner occupied.
So there's a few criteria we're going to need to use as we do our search.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and do our search, do a mail merge, send some letters out.
And the income limit is 103,000 or less?
That's correct.
Or more.
It goes up from
It goes up from 103,000.
That's the minimum.
So
One person, you can.
Yeah.
One person.
100. Right.
He's got it. Give the flag.
It shows right on the flyer how it goes out.
Pretty good deal.
Sounds like a great program, but
That's
Wait a minute.
I just
A single person
Somebody
making
with
$103,000 can get
Not-
income
did
assistance?
not get money from the government.
I think the thing I keep in mind is the cost of living. We are blessed.
Yes.
We are very blessed living in Richland County. The cost of living here is very
That's-
low.
yeah.
Cost of real estate is low. Okay, so
We lived in New York.
that kind of,
This makes sense, really.
it makes even more.
Yeah, okay.
Cleveland, Columbus, Delaware County. Yeah.
So with the income limits, let me touch base there. When I met with OFA about the program, that is a statewide income limit. So it doesn't matter if you live in Franklin County, Morrow County, Richland County, Ashland County, it's across the board. They were able to set that up through the US Treasury.
My wife throws me out, I'll be eligible.
Quit paying your
Should
taxes.
I say when? I don't know.
I shouldn't tell you to quit paying your taxes.
Pretty generous program.
It's very generous.
This is, I'm doing a pilot with Bart. I am going to go speak with Erie and Huron today as the grant is for all three counties. This is considered phase one. There could be possibly more down the future.
So in Richland County, I just want to make sure I'm seeing and hearing this right. If you are a single person and you make $103,000, you can still potentially be eligible for this assistance.
Correct.
You'd be one of the wealthiest, I think, what, 5% in Richland County?
Very few would not qualify, I think, in Richland County.
Or if you're Tony Vero and you have a wife and a child,
Mhm.
that number's what, Daryl?
For three people up
I don't
there.
have that in front.
132.
Correct. And reminder, the property tax needs to be behind.
Must be behind.
Well, then why wouldn't I just stop paying my taxes to get the, I mean, right? Doesn't this incentivize that? I mean, I'm joking, but I'm just.
No, this is incentivizing to get the, a lot of the tax foreclosures out of the sheriff's sale to keep people in their home,
Do you have to be in foreclosure to be eligible?
just delinquent.
You just need to be doing.
So I understand I sound like Joe Republican here, but I'm just,
Okay.
I would ask these questions. So
You stop paying your taxes today. Okay, you already paid your first half. You don't pay your second half. You're just late. You're not delinquent. You're not delinquent till we get to the end of
yeah,
the,
but let's,
and then I run your name in the paper. So there's a whole bunch of things that have to
what if I,
then be considered delinquent.
what if an individual makes $100 and something thousand a year and he or she has not been responsible in paying your taxes for whatever reason? You just spent unwisely, and it happens. You buy motorcycles, cars, and so you can make $103,000, not pay your taxes, and be eligible.
They would have to be considered delinquent through the treasurer's office.
Also, remember, if you have a mortgage, now hold on, John.
I'm just,
Remember, if you
Right.
had a mortgage and you don't pay your taxes, okay, all those papers you sign when you close on your mortgage, one of those papers says that the mortgage company can just come in and pay your taxes and add it to your payment. And many of them do, which is why then I don't have to deal with those. So,
Which is escrow you're talking about.
well, they're not escrowed. They haven't escrowed their taxes with me.
Yeah.
But as part of your mortgage with the bank, if, like me, I pay my taxes myself.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm with Park, but I pay my taxes myself. If I don't pay them, Park, and believe me, they look these up every year. It's that where they got a mortgage and they don't escrow, they check them. And if you don't pay, they'll send me a check. Now, sometimes they'll go a year, sometimes they'll go 2 years. But when they do that, then they take that, even if it's 2 years, they'll amortize it like it's a year, put it on their payment. So that could be a
Because the bank does not want to lose the house to the county.
big deal. So I mean, yeah,
that sounds like an escrow. Escrow is built into your payment. You're taking the taxes that weren't paid and making it part of your payment. That
Yeah.
sounds like what an escrow is.
yeah, but they don't have the expense of running an escrow program at the bank that way. They just have, they take a teller that's sitting there not doing anything and say, here, we're gonna sit you down in front of this computer. Look these parcel numbers up, see if they're going.
And Richland County alone is getting $995.
No, that is spread over Erie, Huron, and Richland.
That's all three.
Yep.
Okay.
It's for all three.
For all three counties, I have to have the money expended by the end of September.
This September.
Yes.
So that foils your plan and your tax.
Yeah, but there's two more phases coming up.
There could be,
There
there
could-
could be.
It's a chance you can take.
Yeah, so you're rolling the dice, whatever you guys want to do.
But it's not just since Al
Jakubik's going
got
to
him late, since
go
it's not just
take advantage of this. He's in the
Correct.
$1,000 income bracket.
I'm gonna leave a flyer with you, Stacy, with all the information.
Okay, great.
I don't have any more questions. Al may though. He's about to go apply for this, I think.
The price of flood insurance, I see it's on here. That's,
It's probably
You
big.
can get condo fees paid.
Yeah, it's on there.
No,
Al,
I kind of got admitted late, so I didn't hear the beginning. What is being proposed here?
Community Action Commission of Erie Huron and Richland County has received a grant in the amount of $995,000 through OFA, the Ohio Housing Finance Authority, to help pay property taxes, flood insurance, homeowners insurance, condominium fees, and also utilities.
Okay, so if anybody's interested, then they have to apply through the CAC.
Yes. And just a reminder that we are not the Community Alternative Center. We are Community Action Commission of Erie, Huron, Richland County.
that's where Ike stays on the weekends.
I'm sorry, your name wasn't listed on the agenda. Your name is and your title.
Ike Hickman,
Not to be confused with Turner.
Richland County Programs Coordinator.
it's on the agenda. But
Yeah,
that,
you're right. I'm sorry. When I heard the name, I
Okay.
did recognize it.
We like Ike. That's our statement in Richland County. We like Ike.
And you're located where?
I am located in the People's Community Center, formerly known as the People's Hospital.
Not the Community Alternative Center.
Correct. I'm in the basement, not on the second and third floor.
and I do have a button you can wear and it says, I like Ike, if I could find it.
Ooh, that's probably worth something.
Daryl went to school with him.
All right, so the county doesn't need to take any action on this. You're just here notifying the county about the program.
Exactly.
Always good to see you, my friend.
Yes.
Thank-
And I will be working with Bart and Andy to get a press release out.
Bart's just all about the
The other two.
It's my life. That's all I do.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have to ask. And maybe it rolls into what your press release looks like, but people, thousands of people in the county who make far less than $103,000, which is your lowest threshold,
Correct.
who pay their taxes, who pay their assessments, and they budget for it. It's how do you address folks who, tax-paying citizens, who are upset by the fact that somebody who's making $103,000 a year individually and have their $10,000 of back taxes paid through this program?
That response would be every
I'll give
resident,
them a shot.
every resident has a different situation in their life. Whether they were affected by COVID, loss of family, multiple things can happen in someone's life to where that 103,000 just seems like 4,000 in the bank.
Yeah,
Or they made that 103,000.
Correct.
Okay, or they were, I don't remember what the one is for two, but they were married and they got divorced. These are the people I see. I see the people who are sick. I see people, and whether they have insurance or don't have insurance, sometimes I see people who get divorced and everybody lived on two incomes and they're trying to figure all that out and they're getting behind on their house.
but under
And
the
those are-
but under the program guidelines, you can presently be making $1,000 a year and qualify $10,000 of forgiveness for your property tax.
No, for instance, Commissioner Banks, he's married and two incomes of 160,000. He ends up divorced, and it takes roughly how long for the county to foreclose on back property taxes?
2 or 3 years.
Okay,
I give
so
you- I
3
give-
years later,
give
he
it-
hasn't been able to make those property taxes. but still has the home and is still affording it, just the home
I'm
itself.
not gonna get divorced. She's just gonna throw me out.
So she can apply for the plan.
That's
Correct.
But I think to Andrew's point, you could not fit any of those categories. You could not have lost your job. You could still be married. You could still be an irresponsible spender making that kind of money.
Right, but at the end of the day, this is the guidelines we have.
Correct.
I mean,
And this is coming from OFA, not me.
I understand. I understand.
And I see very few people. There are people, but I see very few. You know, that's what,
the majority of our phone
Annual.
calls, the majority of our phone calls aren't, I bought a boat, bought a motorcycle, and
Yeah.
now I can't pay my
Yeah.
taxes. You know, the sob stories are more frequent.
But it's possible, but he would be
it's
eligible.
always, there's always there's always somebody that's gonna scam the system. I don't care what you
But
do.
it's not really a scam.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a scam and I've got all this money and I just,
Scam.
well, scam maybe is the wrong word, but.
make sure you print scam. Democrats
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
scam the system. He's a Democrat out. Make sure you put that in the headline. Democrat treasurer says taxpayers scam the system. He actually
No,
get
no, I understand.
I think everyone in this room
And
would
there will-
qualify
there will
for
be-
$10,000 in tax.
except for Joe Jakubik. He makes $500,000 a year.
Criteria doesn't take into account your individualized circumstances.
Right.
It looks at your income. So,
Well, Ike, welcome to the firing squad.
It could be very helpful for Richland County.
I don't need anybody crossing.
There you go. Al, any other questions? Thanks, Ike.
No, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ike. We appreciate the job you do out
Thank you.
Motion certify record of proceedings for April 21, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Motion to approve requisition.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Motion to accept the resignation of a JFS employee, Ms. Diane Traxler, effective April 24th, 2022.
Currently worked 3 days.
So move.
life happens.
Second.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Mears, Commissioner Banks,
Motion to accept the quote from Ambrose Asphalt for the parking lot work at JFS in the amount of 44,245.00.
and it is reinvestment money.
Yes, it is.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Banks,
Yes.
Motion to approve the NCOCC lease at Longview. This will run from 7/1/22 to 6/30/23 for an annual amount of 38,816.70.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
All right.
Tony, what is the organization, NCOCC?
North Central Ohio Computer Collaborative. They do work with education facilities. High school,
Okay.
educate, schools. They were instrumental in the hotspot with coronavirus
Okay,
relief funding.
Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Thank you.
Coach,
I'd like to at least communicate to the commissioners is I've met with the Board of Elections and with the May 3rd election, we make sure and we verified that the polling locations at Ohio Edison serve that for that day, there'll be critical facilities in our database. So if there's some type of electrical issue, it will be, priority.
Being on the ballot, that's very reassuring to know. I thank you for that.
what if they're going in to vote for your opponent then? Do you want that power?
Can we have selective?
We always thank Coach Jakubik, even though his sports acumen is questionable at times. We do support and thank him for the service he provides to Richland County.
I'll second that.
Okay.
That wasn't a motion.
I know, but he does a great job.
All right. Busy day. We will recess until 11. We love Mora.
Isn't that her? Relax.
Wait a minute, we're going on the record at 11 o'clock, which we're doing, and we're joined by the Fair Board, and you didn't bring us relaxed coffee?
I didn't. Next time.
We'll stand in recess and.
Yeah, seriously.
Write it down.
How do you say no fast enough? But all kidding aside, we're joined by the Fair Board. Come up, you guys. Don't bite, come up to the table. Well, a couple of us might.
Up your mic.
Daryl. All right, Jimbo, talk to us.
Well, good morning. We're here. Want to talk a little bit about the ARPA funds? Can you give us?
Gosh.
Straight to the point.
I guess we want to do 3 roofs, Fairhaven Hall, Arts and Crafts, and the Youth Hall. And we've gotten a bid at $691,000 not to exceed. Now that bid is a little bit padded due to future rising costs. You can do to help us, we would greatly appreciate.
One thing that you got to be aware of, it does change, not the bidding process, but you have to have an architect because of where the money's coming from and so forth. And knowing your financial situation, I'm not sure where you're going to be able to pull that out. We first offered $500,000, and we see the need to get all 3 roofs done. We're going to be a co-owner for the project. We already own the buildings, but the project will be a co-owner. It changes how we have to have an architect to use these funds for that. And I think the Fair Board Grounds need these roofs done. We want to do it. We want to help you. And it's an investment in Richland County. It's an investment in what you do for the youth out there and for the agricultural community. Therefore, I would make a motion that we provide the ARPA funds at $691,000, not to exceed that. And I also, with that motion, would ask that we could forgive their loan so that they would free up some money for them to hire the architect to get it done.
Seconding?
So move. Is that a motion?
That was a motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
We should also have a motion on authorizing an agreement with the Fair Board also for the purpose of this project.
Okay.
But that's not a motion. I'm not a.
You making the motion?
Yes. The motion is to authorize, come up with agreement.
No, here's the agreement right here. I guess the chair can make it. I'll ask for a motion to authorize an agreement between the Rich County Board of Commissioners and the Agricultural Society.
I'll second that.
Only because we like you guys and not Mike Lance.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Make sure you tell them that too.
I will. Tell them that I.
We would have voted no.
Al, do you have any questions?
Yeah, this is something totally different from the arena project, correct?
Yes. No connection at all.
Okay, just out of curiosity, has anything been done with that arena thing regarding ARPA? Have you committed it yet or not? Or is that
No,
still something that's?
No.
No, that's a completely different thing, and I'm not sure that's even going to be considered. I don't know.
No.
I don't think it will be. I think this is.
I think it's up to the Fair
This is-
Board.
I think this is what we've offered, and
This is the commissioner's way of investing in the fairgrounds with ARPA. So this is how the commissioners have elected to invest their ARPA dollars into the fairgrounds by taking care of existing facilities, which is a high dollar project, and The fairgrounds obviously are very important to this Board of Commissioners, so.
Appreciate it. Definitely.
We thank
Again, only because we like you guys. Certainly not Tom Kraft.
It's always a pleasure working with you.
Yeah, I assume that that's going to be done before the fair. You're looking to have that done before the fair.
We are going to be working with an architect and it does not, we don't know yet whether it'll be done before fair. And how the bidding process goes.
Materials availability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are any of the roofs in any kind of danger, or is this just it's at the point where it needs it? You're not
It's at
having
the-
any problems with
Yeah.
them, are you?
It's at the point where it needs it. Patched a few roofs, gotten by, but we definitely need it now.
Okay, I think that's all I had. Thank you.
All right, guys. Always good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Come see us at the fair.
We'll be there. You know that.
Thanks again.
We will recess till 11:15.
Have you researched an engineer yet?
Yep.
Have one in mind?
Okay, it is 11:15. Your Richland County Commissioners are back in session. You're joined by the wonderful Dayspring Director, Michelle Swank, and the always wonderful extreme hiker and spelunker, Kelly Christensen. So at this time, may someone make a motion to go into executive session to discuss discipline at Dayspring?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
I bought water.
Oh.
They'll drink.
Okay, we are back in session. At this time, I'd like to ask for a motion that we authorize a 4-day suspension for an employee at Dayspring for a third, fourth, fifth, and sixth Group 1, number 17 violations.
Group 1, what?
Number 17,
Number 17.
3 through 6. Kelly's all over it.
So move.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
I will let you know when I get Roberta wants to have a labor management meeting with me
Do
Friday.
you want to go into your next executive session a minute early?
Shh. No, we don't do that. We've
Both-
posted it to the public here. We'll wait.
I've got no problem. If Brandon didn't kill me, this guy won't do anything. I got a, what's the button? That-
Rick.
Okay, sorry. Gotta go.
Say something mean about Al.
I love you, Al.
Uh,
Obviously, no response.
His finger doesn't respond quick enough. Fox.
All right. This time I'll ask for motion to go into executive session, to discuss compensation of a public employee.
I move.
Second. Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes. Okay, long day today. We will continue to review compensation as we try to improve our budgeting process. I think the public will be pleased and we have something to formally report on. In the meantime, I will once again ask for a motion that we go into executive session to discuss compensation of a public employee.
So moved.
Second.
Rivera,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Thank you very much.
No, you don't.
All right, we are back in session at 12:55 after a very long morning and afternoon. You Richland County taxpayers are in Zuma land. Is there anyone there?
I'll still signed on. You know,
Okay, well, we hope you appreciate us working for you. At this time, I'll ask for a motion that we raise the hourly rates of IT technicians $3.66 effective April 28th of 2022.
Second.
by 366 per hour.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears, Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
And as we ask all other elected offices, we're not sure how that will be throughout the year. So Pat will monitor it and come back in case he may need some additional appropriations.
Okay, I appreciate your help and I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to speak.
For one, I'm very glad you recognized this issue and came to us to discuss it. And your research is well founded. And I thank you for your doing your homework before you came in here.
It's not hard to recognize an issue. It gets dropped out.
Yeah, but
Deal with it.
Seeing no further business.
Al,
Al has a question for you.
Yeah, I got a couple questions. Does this cover all the IT employees?
No,
No.
it does not cover the supervisor
All right, how many employees does this cover?
or
So that's three,
But
six.
not all, wait,
per-
Al, no, I don't mean to cut you off, but not all will be paid out of general fund either. There will be an employee paid out of real estate as well.
Okay, what brought this about? Is this bringing it up to, where you've got, your salary schedule so far, or did some issue come up that you felt you needed to raise the rate to keep employees, or what?
I tried to steal one.
You say somebody did?
Somebody tried to steal one.
Okay,
On top of Pat has the comps that he can share with you, Al. We actually believe from what Pat has presented and just knowledge of the market that these increases would still put them under market for an IT technician actually. But since Pat is in the middle of the wage scales, we want to wait to see how that shakes out. And if it turns out then that this would put them beyond, this is the whole purpose of wage scales. Because they're going to tell us in the next 3 months if this increase is within pay scales, and our scales exist to adjust appropriately in the event that they are high or low. So we still may have to bump these particular rates up.
okay, so you're saying you're still studying Pat's wage scales then?
Yeah, Pat is in the next group of elected officials who are
Okay.
participating in the wage scale process.
Okay. It wasn't
the-
Bart who tried to steal them, was it?
No.
It was another municipality.
No, just,
I know that it's going to be hard for me to walk out of the room because you just cut my knees off.
in what way? I'm sorry.
With your question. The pain. Oh, the pain.
Are you saying be careful of how I word it, or?
No,
We've looking at these comps that we've been presented through Pat and through Jenny, works for us. We're confident that this needed to be done. Whenever Pat brings this information, it's trustworthy, so we appreciate that. Read that, Judge.
Okay, I'm just sorry, Pat. I was missing the point you were trying to make about cutting you off at the knees.
You made a comment about,
you asked me who stole it. You asked me if a certain individual is
Oh.
the stealer.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
said, and basically you cut me to the quick with that question.
I don't know why. I was just trying to give a hard time for Bart.
I know, but you gave me a hard time instead.
No, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to.
I know, it's okay, Al. I've already forgot about it.
Okay.
Do you hear Daryl? He goes, what? No, it's okay. No, it was another municipality in another county.
Okay.
Any more questions?
No, I think that's it. Thank you.
All right.
I thank you for your time, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
1 o'clock, we
Thanks, Stacy.
Oh, sorry, we will adjourn at 1 o'clock.